Chef Steve here at the Macedonian Cultural Center Kitchens, where science is every day. Listen guys, we have a really cool surprise coming up. Pay attention to this. Keep an eye on the socials, Facebook, etc. We're going to be doing themed dinner nights on Friday nights where you can order one of 3 choices. I think we're going to be doing an Italian theme for the first one. It's October 23rd or something like that. Don't hold me to that. You'll see the graphic flash when we have the date nailed down. Get a hold of us in advance. You're going to be able to order either, we're doing an Italian type cod, roast cod with vegetables. We're going to be doing a chicken parmesan and a steak Siciliano. And today we're going to show you the steak Siciliano in advance. Really, really cool dish, really easy to make. But you got to start out with a really, really nice steak. This is a strip steak, good 12 ounce, maybe 10 ounce. I like to use the jacquard, tenderize it up a little bit. And then seriously, the only thing you need for spices on a steak, a lot of people like to waste their time and money on Montreal steak seasoning and all that. Just a little bit of kosher salt, a little bit of cracked black pepper, and a little bit of garlic granulated. That's all you need for a delicious steak. Get your steak tenderized, get your steak seasoned, leave it off to the side. Then you're gonna wanna grab a bowl, crack a few eggs in here. I don't know if you can see that magic from that angle, but we're gonna just crack eggs and we're gonna do a standard dredge egg wash breadcrumb. You've seen it done a million times. So I got the eggs cracked and I'm whisking them all up. And you can do this with chicken, you can do this with pork chops, but again, today we're doing a steak Siciliano. Now, I've got your classic Progresso Italian breadcrumbs here. Take some cheese. I have grated Parmesan cheese and drop that in there. That's for some extra flavor. I always like to add a little bit of black pepper and a little bit of salt to that. All right, so that breadcrumb mixture is made, ready to go right there. Standard dredge, a little flour, because you're gonna have to dip the steak into that and then throw it into the eggs. And what happens is the steak and the flour will adhere to the egg will adhere to the flour, and then the breadcrumbs will adhere to that. So here's the routine. Flour dredge, right here. Shake that up, but make sure it's coated evenly. Throw it into the eggs. Make sure that that is all set there, dipped in. And what you want to do is make sure that it's saturated. The eggs saturate to the flour, and that's all together. Every now and again, you'll get these little spots here where it kind of moves off. That's potentially where your breading will fall off. So we're basically just breading this steak here. Let that excess egg wash run off. That's called an egg wash, by the way. Sometimes you add cream, sometimes you add a little water. I'm just going straight eggs today. And then the steak goes right into the breadcrumbs. Look at how beautiful that is. Completely breaded. And now we're just gonna go over and make sure that our oil is hot. So basically what I'll do here to make sure that frying oil is done is just throw a little bit of the breadcrumbs in there. That's good and hot. Get that heat down just a little bit. We don't want to scorch or burn anything. And then you're gonna take that big, beautiful steak that's pounded out nice and thin, and throw it right in that oil for a couple minutes. See how that's nice and brown golden there? We'll get another shot of that. There you go. And then flip that over, let it golden up. You got all that good cheese in there, the Italian spices in there, seasoned, beautiful steak. And the trick is, you don't want to cook it all the way in that oil. You're going to just power cook it, get that heat, get the nice crisp on there, and then you're going to throw it on a sheet pan and bake it until it hits, I go 135, 140 degrees. Okay, so you have your steak on the cookie sheet, and then we're gonna go over here, your preheated oven to 350 degrees, sometimes 375. Throw it right in that oven just like that. Shut it, and give it 10 minutes. So with the steak Siciliano, you're going to need a starch and a vegetable. We're gonna let you come up with your own starch. In fact, I have a little treat. We're gonna do some risotto balls in a few minutes. That's more of an appetizer, kind of an arancini Italian thing. If you ever had arancini before, awesome. So many different ways to make it. Anyway, we're gonna go with green beans today. A little Italian almond type green beans. So basically, super easy. Fresh green bean, boiling water. Drop it in, let them cook till they're done. So, come over to your green beans and just make sure they're done. Still a little bit of snap, they're not too soggy. There's nothing worse than soggy green beans. I'm pulling them out of the pan here. That steak is almost done. Again, you can serve any type of starch. A pasta would go good with this, although it's a little heavy. You can make a risotto. A nice roasted potato would feel good. Or just the steak, sauce, and green beans. If you're trying to watch them carbs like me. You know, I used to weigh 320 pounds. I cut out all the carbs and cut out all the sugars. Look at now, I'm all skinny. Okay, so you got your green beans. I'm just gonna take a little bit of butter, throw it right on those hot green beans. Let that stir up a little bit there. And then I have a little bit of garlic, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt, and then I have my secret Italian seasoning blend. Just throw it right in there. I like to use my hand because I think the hand is the world's greatest cooking tool. And just mix those all up. See, I got the magic gloves on so it doesn't hurt anything. And then I have these nice toasted almonds. Throw those right in there, and boom. There's a nice little almondine green bean with Italian seasoning. And I'm just gonna leave these set to the side, and we're gonna pull that steak out. So we're gonna temp this steak here. We're gonna just make sure she's done. I'm looking at it at around 137. I think that's perfect. Put that down. Now we have this Parmesan cheese, a little sprinkle of the grated, a little sprinkle of the shredded over the top. Then we're gonna take these green beans right off on the side there. No food on the edge of the plate there. My buddy D, who's watching this, is laughing at me right now because I can't seem to get a grip. Center of the plate, guys. And then we have this marinara that's been going slow all day, and right over the top. Let that sit for about 2 or 3 minutes before you serve it, and you're gonna have some magic. There's gonna be a lot of happy people out there. How's that look? Look at those colors. Red, green, and white. Okay, guys, it's time to taste this mess. I think it's gonna be okay. Super tender. Nice color. Let's taste that flavor. Wow, that's pretty good. Want to try this, Tiff? Right? Oh, not bad. It's really, really good. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. I know it was quick today, but we got a lot of work to do.